We have all seen when we post questions on discussion boards that require research that usually only a few students will do original research and they'll post their answers early in the discussion week. Students afterwards usually just read the first couple of posts and then synthesize answers out of the readings of those posts and do no or little original research. Blackboard 8.0 is equipped with a feature to allow us to combat this. It's a feature called force moderation. When you turn force moderation on in a discussion board, it effectively cues and hides students' responses until all the responses are in, and then allows all the students to see them and respond. The way I do it is I give a due date that the students have an initial response due. Here, the initial response due was February 29th, which is past. If I was going to do a week-long discussion board, maybe the first 3 or 4 days would be the initial response phase. Once the initial responses are due from the students, you could still see that it's 0 posts. And if you click into the forum, you will still see that it's 0 posts. It's because the students' posts have gone into a moderate forum queue. Here in the moderation queue, we're able to see all of the students and all of the responses. When a student, let me go back out to the menu, when a student would submit their new thought, their new thread, they would type out the thread, and when they hit submit, they would simply get a message saying that their response was entered into the queue. They wouldn't see the response posted. Again, the purpose of this is for a student not to be able to see other students' responses when creating an initial posting. It's done. We're doing this in order to foster original thought within the student and really help them get their own message across instead of just copying from another. Now that the initial response phase has passed, I will simply go into the moderate forum menu, the moderation queue. I have all the responses right here. I simply go to moderate. Unfortunately, I have to do one at a time. I could look over the publication, and if it's something that I want to publish, I hit publish. If not, I hit return. I guess if the response wasn't what you were looking for, you could return it to the student with a message. But otherwise, simply hit publish and then submit. I'm just going to do 2 of these. Let me do a second one. I'm publishing it. And now a third one. I'm publishing. Now when I go back to the discussion board, you will see that those 3 initial responses were posted, and the students posted these on their own without reading anybody's responses. I'm going to go through and quickly publish all other responses for the week. And I'm going to fast forward you forward to a point in time where I've already completed this. Okay. So to review, originally when I clicked on this discussion board, it showed 0 posts, and it was empty. I then went to the moderate forum and published all of my students' posts. It took me about a good minute or 2, but now the posts are published. To turn this feature on, when creating a discussion board, simply check force moderation of posts. Checking force moderation of posts, turn this feature on, and will automatically send students' posts into a queue until you're ready to release them. One note of caution, you're going to want to advise your students before using this. That way when they see the queued for moderation response, they don't panic on why their discussion board form hasn't been posted. If you have any questions or you need any help, feel free to send me an email at awant@johnjcuny.edu.